Good morning. Today is February 28th, Wednesday, 2018, coming from Kansas City, Missouri. What I want to talk a little bit about today is about extraterrestrials. I have some thought on all this. I believe that we are probably descendants of different species out there. I'm going to share my story with you today. About when I was about 14 years old, I had an encounter with a orb. Now, a lot of the orbs that you see in books and stuff, I don't believe are real, because what I actually was around in the presence of, there's nothing I've ever seen that's been photographed anyway, in the books anyway. Maybe in the last year, maybe with all the footage through YouTube, some of the orbs that's been seen actually in the air, in the sky, yes. But if you go to one of the bookstores, flip through them, I haven't really seen anything that actually looked real. If you ever see one, you would understand why. They give off a white light. They can control the energy of the light. One morning, I went out to start a pickup truck up around 4:30 a.m. for my father. And we used to work on like lawnmowers and go-karts, mini bikes, stuff like that. We used to sell them at a swap and shop. Morning I went out, there was a bright light off to the left side of the truck when I was sitting in the car. And never thought much about it. Thought it was a neighbor across the street with their high beams on. And finally I turned to look, and it was an orb. Now the orb just did not just stay there. It went around to the front of the pickup truck, in the front of it. And it just hovered there. Now it probably looked at me, and I probably looked at it probably for over, I don't know, 2 minutes or better. And then it just shot straight up in the air. What I found was amazing, the energy, the light it gave off to the side when it went around, it did not give off any illumination whatsoever that would blind you or anything like that. The incident when this happened, I just figured at that time period, as young as I was, I figured it was some kind of a probe. I don't believe it was a probe anymore. I believe it was an actual being, life force being, that didn't need no ship, didn't need anything, that actually had probably, like what they say here on Earth, ascended. I think, yeah, it had ascended, okay, as far as you could go, but with intelligence. About 3 years ago, I woke up one morning, and I woke up with a triangle on my left arm, and punch marks. It looked like somebody poked 3 holes into my arm. There was nothing that could have caused it, nothing I could have laid on. And then I started doing research on that. And you get in there, you look about, you read some of the horror stories, but then you don't read some, not all horror stories about abductees and stuff. I don't believe it's just about that. I believe that some of these alien species were descendant of them. And I think they come back, and I think they do testing, research on us, and check on us. I'm going to post a photo. This morning I shaved my left arm. I took a photo in negative so you guys could see it clearer. It's been 3 years. It really hasn't faded that much, but I went ahead and did it in the negative form. Kind of funny story, I was going to have a tattoo here in Kansas City. I was going to have it actually circled around there and lines drawn because I wanted to so people could actually, you know, symbolize it. They didn't want to do it. I mean, there at the end, I finally, they said they would, but I went ahead and I just left. But it amazes me how people fear certain things. In a way, I'm glad I didn't do it now, because I mean now, I mean it really stands out still after 3 years later. And like I say, you guys can decide by taking a look at it. But I think where certain ones of us are descendants of other species out there. Definitely life out there. Definitely life here. Other different life too that people don't even know about. I'm going to try to do another video tonight, guys. Have a good one. Here is the 3 punch marks that are on my left arm. Hopefully you guys can see it. I have it on 2 different tablets here. I might try to post another one after this too, just of the photo itself. There, that's better. Oh yes, also forgot to mention too, if anybody has a triangular punch mark, if they would like to leave comments, and I'd like to try to get in touch with some of them, no matter where you're located at in the world. Thanks, guys.